Good afternoon, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Mark with Red Star Loft here. Nice sunny day. Yard work as always, some lawn mowing, some leaf gathering, but plenty of way to go. Being real lazy and real slow to get going with yard work this year. I just don't have it in me for some reason yet, but once that kicks in, you know how it goes. It becomes a pattern, but after a long winter, it's kind of the last thing I want to do. But out here, don't really have too many birds. Got a couple of nice young birds right there, relaxing. Got that red as well, and then a couple of older birds. But anyway, let's pop inside, see what we have. There is a new addition in the loft, as you can probably see right here. I'll talk about that in a minute. These guys, I kind of misspoke. Well, I didn't really misspeak. There was a little bit of a miscommunication between me and the person who reserved these birds, but we got all that straightened away. It wasn't his fault, it wasn't my fault. I guess it was more so technology's fault, but these birds are as good as gone. They should be leaving relatively soon. There's the hen, and the cock is sitting on the eggs. The South African pair. These, if you guys remember the two pretty grizzles, they've been reserved as well, but the hen is relaxing. Cockbird's sitting on the new round, so if you're interested about any future rounds, as always, do let me know. My Gannus cock and his relatively new hen, they're sitting on the round as well. Those eggs are fertile this time around, so haven't been reserved. If somebody's interested, do let me know, but this is going to be their one and only round. She's just a temporary hen, but she is a looker though. I love this color pattern. Looks very similar to her mom, to the hen. I'll point her out once we go into the loft, but yeah. Once I pair him back up to that other hen, the blue bar splash, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take him and the new hen, put him in here, give him a little bit more room because he's been cooped up in there long enough. It's not a massive improvement, but it's a step up, and I'm gonna take those birds and just move them in here. So, but anyways, moving on to the loft itself. We do have new floors in here, but as you can tell, there's quite a gap going around because apparently I'm not too good at simple math. I miscalculated it a little bit and ordered 3 boxes instead of 4. 4 boxes would have been the perfect fit, but I, like I said, miscounted. So these are the floors. This is actually a cut piece. You can see the height of it, 3.5, 4 inches. Correct me if I'm wrong, but real nice heavy duty stuff and real easy to cut. If you have a little bit of grip strength, these guys will do the job just fine. Some people like to use a hacksaw or something like that, but I didn't have any problem slicing through that piece with this. But from here, you can see kind of how it sits. These pieces are 10 inches by 10 inches. So I think there was close to 50 pieces here, and it honestly took me maybe 15 minutes to put everything together. Real nice heavy duty material, easy to stand on. You know, I'm a big dude, 6'6", about 240 pounds, and it has no problem whatsoever supporting me. So these come highly recommended from my end. I just wish I was able to do this in one swing, but I guess I'm gonna be either going back or ordering them online in the next week or two and finishing this up. But for the time being, besides the fact that it doesn't look too good, there's really nothing wrong with it. It does the job. This is the least trafficy area anyway, but birds are doing just fine in there. I gotta clean this feeder out. There's a couple droppings in there. Flip this back. These birds eat so much grip. Look at that. There's red droppings all over the place. I do have to cut it back. I know it's good for them, but should not be eating more grit than they eat then they eat feed. But there's one of my Gannis hens. I'm sorry, cocks. He is paired up to that hen right there, obviously. They got one egg down, waiting on another one. She's actually the first bird that came back from my 350-mile race. He came back the next morning, but he's been a very, very good, very consistent bird for me throughout the whole season. Through the entire season, no problem. A little bit of a problem in that last race, like most of us had, but he's made it. Their current round that they raised is sold, but this round coming up will be available. These guys are the ones that have no bands, that I messed up and forgot to band them on time. And they have been sold as well, at a discounted price obviously, but they've been sold, so they'll be leaving in the next couple of weeks. This is their dad, the cockbird. He's sitting on the next round. And the hen is not around, she's in the aviary. This is the father to this bird here that's paired up to him. And yeah, this is another one of Adrian's birds. His hen's right there. No, that's not her, that's one of their, right there. They gave me that grizzle that I fell in love with last year and lost on the 350. And they've got 2 babies in there. A couple more days and I'll be banding them. Red check, paired up to a blue bar. Sitting on the new round. The previous one is gone. Another egg there. This is their nest as well. So it's empty for the time being. I kicked this guy out this morning, but he made his way back in. She's sitting on 2 more rounds, but this one and his nestmate down here, they've both been sold. So there's the mama. I think she's got an egg or 2. Yep, got a couple eggs under her. And there's these guys. Crowd favorites from the last video, as well as my favorites. They were the first birds to go after I uploaded that video. But man, what a good looking pair of birds. If those birds could give me birds that look like this every round, I would never separate them. Just beautiful, beautiful pattern. And what I love is that they're not identical. They have a little bit of a difference to them on the wings as well as around the neck, so they're still easy to tell apart, but still 2 very, very unique birds. And then there's these 2 checks, are her birds. They are gonna look exactly like the father, which is Adrian P's race winner. Those are gone as well. So who else do we got around here? Oh yeah, this guy right here, the silver cock and the silver baby. This is the father to that silver one that I showed you guys before that my kid was playing with. And looks like this guy is gonna look just like him too. It's the only one from that round. They only had one, so yeah, it is what it is. And then out here, yep, that's the mom right there of the one that the Gannis cock is paired to. So they look real similar. Otherwise, it's just another day in the loft. Nothing new, just trying to keep up with the schedule and take care of the birds. I think of the birds that I showed last time, 6 or 8 of them have been reserved since that video. Still a few reserved, still some new eggs and a couple of babies. So as you guys know, if you are interested, do shoot me an email, theredstarloft@gmail.com. That's where we talk details, parents, pricing, shipping, all of that stuff I like to discuss on there. So do send me an email. From the last video, like I said, these 2 are paired up, which they will not be. She was supposed to leave last week, but because of some scheduling conflicts, she will be leaving, I believe, tomorrow or Tuesday. So these guys, I'm hoping this week they can go. If not this week, next week for sure, but they are just about ready to go. I'd like them to be a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger, just so that shipping process isn't too hard on them. So I definitely don't want to rush them, but within 10 days they'll be gone for sure. So probably by the making of next video. So that's where we stand, guys. Thank you for watching as always. like, share, comment, subscribe, ask any questions you might have, and I will talk to you guys hopefully in about 7 to 10 days. Take care.